Trucker's Minute, over.
Yes, 1 minute with Canada's most beloved rig, Kenworths. There is no way you would do this in under a minute. I made it longer. We're going to start out with the Kenworth T880 and the Kenworth W990. Throw those directly in the garbage because nobody cares about them. W9, king of the highway. It's the right amount of retro classic. A little reminiscent of the VITs from back in the day. You'd be hard pressed to find anything that looks better than this going down the highway. T800, the blue collar hero. It's pretty much the same spec as the W9, just has a sloped hood for a little more visibility. The T800 is just as happy on-road as it is off-road. T800 high hood. The T800 high hood mixes a bunch of the similarities from the T8 and the W9. At a glance, it's hard to tell the W900 from the T800 high hood. Just the little differences in the hood, the way it rises up, and the gap in between the fender and the headlights. T800 wide mouth. Is that technically what they call them? I have no idea. If you drive a regular T800 and you like to work it pretty hard, you've probably found out and noticed that you need a little more cooling because it gets a little warm. Here's a solution. Cool. This is also where Kenworth drops a quad headlight for the less favorable retarded 2 headlight. Not enough heavy spec for you? Don't worry, because he's got a cousin that's just as stupid looking. C500 wide hood. Just like saving a few bucks by opting out of buying the C63, you bought the E55. This rig still means business, even though it looks retarded. It's easy to service with the flip open hood. What's that, you like to service everything the hard way and pretend you're Superman as you straddle over the fender to undo your filters? The C500 flat top narrow hood. Best looking C500 with the right amount of headlights. Not the greatest for tall people. Don't tell me you never sacrifice comfort for coolness. This one's a tandem with setback front axle. It also came available on the wide hood with space cab. Very nice. This is well suited for the tall individual. Unmistakably the most beefiest looking Kenworth. I'd drive that. King of the Outback here in Alberta. Speaking of Outbacks, drop bears and shrimp on the Barbie. You know, it's just a joke. They call them prawns and they don't put them on the Barbie. They boil them. Grab a long cold Vic. Straya, mate. They got a lot of sick C500s. We'll start here with the AR. She be meant. The first rendition of the C500 was unmistakably tough. We had the same model here in Canada as well, with round headlights. Except for ours look like garbage. Fancy something a little bit newer with a little more technology? C509. Australia hands down has the nicest looking C509s that I've ever seen. Some of the best paint schemes. I'll have a go at that. Not enough? Wait, there's more. C510. This is the mining king, and anything you need to do off-road, this truck will be there. 27-liter V12 Cat 3412? No problem, mate. Australia's got to lay down some serious power and drivetrain. Unmistakably the king of road trains. Australia's got some long straight roads, so they pack as much as they can. This C510 boasts 500 horsepower under the hood, and another 500 horsepower when it's under the sheets with your wife. While you're out driving your Superliner E9 Mac, this guy will be at your house macking your wife. With planetary hubs on the tractor and another 450 to 500 horsepower in the trailer that's also matted to planetary drives. Hell, my panties are on the floor. Think it can't get any more sick? It can. Need more? Get this up ya. Heavier loads? C540. Strictly an off-road rig because it's so thick. I'd like to compare this to the P16 just for some size comparison. Obviously, the 540 still comes brand new and has all the latest technology, where the P16 is vintage iron. Last but not least, one of my most favorites, K-Series. I want air cleaners like that on my cab over. Australia has a ton of these and they're still making them today. They have a ton of models and I might get this mixed up. It's very confusing. K123, K124, K125. What do you think comes after K125? K100E. Honestly, don't know if that's right. Like I said, it's confusing. How about a K100G? Followed by the K104. Wait, there's more. 104B, 108, K200. Not gonna lie, I like this a lot. Last but not least, but the newest, the K220. This is very nice too. Look at this interior. How could you hate this? It's got more button tuck than anything in the world. Blonde Sheila likes the button tuck too.
Finn.